So we're live. So James apparently is bleeding radiators. Can you believe it? So I don't know what's going on, but I think James is going to be a little bit late. Can you guys let me know, because it's just me and I can't tell if everything's working. So if you guys can just say everything's working, everything's good, then we can get going. Larry, if you're watching, do you want to come on? If you want to come on, then you can be my co-host while James is. Oh, hold on, he's in. He's back. He might be here. Oh, here he is. Are you there? See, this is what happens when you get two unprofessional musicians running a Wednesday night chat. Everything's working great. Okay, let's. I think what happened. So he turned up and then he sort of buggered off. Anyway, okay. Well, let's just get down to stuff. First of all, how is everyone? I hope everyone's had a great week. The dog's barking outside, but yeah, I hope everyone has had a good week. Let's do some questions first of all. So Pet said, out on the Batman juice tonight, so have a good one, both. I'll try not to resist the urge to chime in at the urinals and go live on the channel. No, please do, mate. We could do with some excitement. Shahar Bar's in the house. Yeah, we haven't seen you for a while, mate. Hello, gents. Been a while. Oh no, that's me. That's not good, is it? Shahar Bar says, I want your opinion on the matchless model, since your ears are quite tuned to that sound. There's quite a big range, Shahar. So what are you after? If you're after something like an AC30 type thing, if you want an AC30 that doesn't break down, then you should definitely go for, as opposed to buying another amp, you should probably look at something like the HC30 or the SC30 or the C30. Basically, the combo, the head. They did it. Then they do a 15 watt version as well that is killer. Now, my black mattress over there, the one I'm pointing at, that's a Lightning. That's the first channel of the C15. So if you're looking for something like that, that's killer. Now, you've got a PRS, and I imagine that I don't know this, but I think you quite like the heavier side of music. If you want the heavier side of things, you want a Independence 35, which is the white one there. That does all the sort of it does do the AC30 sort of tones, and it also does the sort of Marshall tones as well. But it goes sort of heavier than a JCM 800. So in my mind, that's the one that I would go for. I'd go for the Independence 35. It's cracking out, but they're not cheap, mind you. You live in the States, you get much cheaper than we do over here. And if anyone else is thinking about a matchless amplifier, I've had some good tips off a couple of people actually. Matt Wright, who's friend of the show and watches and comments. He bought his amp from a place in Norway, in Holland. Basically, the guy that makes, is it Har Guitars? Har Guitars has a shop in Holland as well that sells. Basically, they do the distribution for the Netherlands for matchless, and you can get them so much cheaper. If you live in the UK, you can get them so much cheaper, even paying the import tax, buying them from there and shipping them over, than buying them from, say, like Renegade Guitars or World Guitars. There's a place in Scotland as well, so that's what I'd recommend. And to be honest, I haven't had great service from the company that I bought mine from, the distributor that I bought mine from. So I haven't been that impressed. Yeah, I hope that helps, mate. But if you want to come on, I can go through some different sort of stuff. Who's this? Oh, Dave McQuillan's in the house. Good evening, guys. Hope you're well. Hope you're well too. What's going on? Why is James's camera active and he's not even there? Like, I'm going to cut him off. He can go. Have some of that. Yeah, hope you're well too, David. Anyone that wants a fantastic plectrum, check out David's company, which is the Highland Plectrum Company. based up in Scotland, and they make fantastic plectrums. Renee Pedersen, new member. Oh, cheers, Renee. Nice one. Thank you very much. Larry North says, evening all. Hope everyone is being excellent to each other. Greg, are you coming on? Do you want to come on? I think he's gone. But if Greg, if you want to come on, you can. You can help me co-host. I need some help. David Olson. Hi, gents. Hope you are both well. And Larry North. Sounds fine, brother. Good. Safe is in the house. Good evening. All good. Good. Good evening, Safie. Mind you, Safie, we need to talk about that that video you sent me earlier. We'll talk about that in a minute. Renee says everything's working fine. Alan Rice is in the house. Hiya, everything is working good. David Olson, all good. Michaela says, hi, fellas. Hope you're doing great. And you, mate? I can do it if you don't mind me cooking. I don't mind you cooking, mate. So Greg just sent me a message. How do I send the link? Greg, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you the link. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. And let me see if I can do this. Sorry, this is not great. Let me see, Greg. Let me see if I can find your email address. What I'm going to do, Greg, I'm going to send it to you on your phone. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, guys, this isn't great, but just give me a couple of seconds and we'll get back to normal. Here we go. We do this to Greg. Oh my God, I don't even know how to do this. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Right, Greg, I've sent you the link on WhatsApp. Okay, where are we? Here we go. Sorry, I'm so used to doing it with James and both of us sort of bouncing off each other that it's going to be quite tough. Trust the drum is to come late. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Lee Alexander, the pains of live streaming. Well, the pains of bleeding your radiators when you're supposed to be doing a live stream. Classic James. This is what he does. Doesn't tell me what's going on until the last minute. John Gordon, hope is well. Hope all is well. And to you, John. Dave McQuillan says, just ordered a set of Waza Air and it seems Tone Studio is only available for Android and iOS. I will normally use my iPhone, but wondered if it's possible to get on my Windows laptop. Okay, let me go and get a set of Waza Airs. Greg's in the house. Good. Are you there?
No, I'm back with it.
You're there. Thank God. Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're a bit muffly. Just get a bit closer. Just hold your phone with you. You can cook with one hand.
Bear with. If I just perch it up wrong so that the microphone has slightly better airways, if you will. Is that beautiful?
Right. I'm just going to talk about these because Dave McQuillan. Oh my God. Has just ordered a set of these. So these are the Waza Air headphones.
Oh, they're awesome, aren't they?
They're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, you've tried these, haven't you, Greg?
Yes, I've had a go on the chap who bought that questionable Gibson a while ago on the same order that he got that Gibson. Yeah. He also got the Strymon Iridium and the headphones that you've got in your hand, all in one go. And those are the best bit of the gear that he bought on that order.
Yeah, without a doubt. These are, and I think these are some of the best things that, I mean, Boss has been really knocking it out the park recently, but these are awesome.
The Vox thing specifically. Let me just turn the lights off here.
Yeah, go on, mate. It's all good. Okay, so David, no, you need it to run on iOS because the idea of these is that you're not tethered to anything. So, yeah, the idea is that you connect up the device to your phone, and then you can control the presets from your phone. But you don't have to, because once the presets are stored on the headphones, you can just use these two buttons here to go up and down on the presets, but you need to set up the presets first.
I think you're saying as well, Paul, if you're logical about it, you can also include your pedal board, so you can get all of the wonderful tones that you paid eye-watering sums of money to have at your feet to come out of the pedal board into that, and then back into your ears. And so make full use of them. They're a phenomenal product.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So what, Greg? Greg, your microphone's a little bit muffly, but I'll just say that again. So Greg was saying that what you can also do with this is you can plug the adapter that connects to these wirelessly through Bluetooth on the output of your pedal board, and then control your pedal board or listen to your pedal board through that, through these as well. They're really good. They're not cheap, but they're brilliant.
There's definitely an argument to say that they're worth it. Just by virtue of the quality. I've the small amount of time that I've spent using them, I would urge you to expand or make full use of the Vox type simulation that they do. I'm not sure if I'm being sufficiently coy about copyright requirements by saying Vox type. Are you going to get sued if you say that, Paul?
No, it's all right. We'll be all right.
Got to be careful these days, haven't we?
Yeah,
we do twins tonight, don't we? If I get a bit closer, my head's almost as big as your head.
My bald brother. Look at this.
There we go, brother.
Mate, this is a lifestyle choice, and I'm not actually bald.
Ditto, although, you can see it maybe. It's a long while since the peninsula became an island for me.
I think I was early 20s. Right, where are we?
Where are we up to? I can't see them on this.
Francesco Penipinto.
Hello. What's Francesco playing there, mate? Can you make that out?
That looks like a Gilmore Strat to me.
Nice.
Nice.
Are we allowed to call it a Gilmore Strat still?
What's that?
Are we allowed to call it a Gilmore Strat still?
Yeah, I think you can call it a Gilmore Strat. Jeff Rock, let's have a look. So I'm trying to click on there we go. Jeff Rock says you've only gone head to head with the Freddie Mercury tribute concert on the Queen channel, haven't you?
I text the viewer. I text Paul and James about half an hour ago saying that was going live. And
did you? Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't get that.
Honestly, you two terrible at looking at your phones. It's up for 2 days if I remember rightly. So when you finish watching the Studio Rats do their thing this evening, ladies and gents, get yourselves over to that and enjoy it. Wonderful to see. I mean, just in the 4 or 5 songs that I watched before I turned over to see the appointment viewing that is the Studio Rats live stream. Wonderful to see Roger Daltrey, Zucchero, Robert Plant, awesome. Gary Sharon, Slash, and that's just in the first 4 or 5 songs before they say hello. Amazing.
Why are we watching this? Why is anyone watching this when you could be watching?
Why don't we just do a live watch? People can watch us watching that. It'd be like what's that thing that Channel 4 do, where people watch TV?
Oh yeah. I don't watch that crap. But
people watching TV.
Gogglebox. Yeah,
Gogglebox. There you go. This could be people watching 30-year-old concerts.
Absolutely right. Michele says Paul's a drum. Oh no, he's here.
He's made it wrong.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry for my tardy arrival.
I can't even do. I can do my spin around now.
Oh. There we go.
There we go.
Now look.
What? Paul? He's a drummer. Drummers. Oh, I've walked in at this point, haven't I?
You're unbelievable. You do this. You always do like last minute. Oh, I can't do anything. I can't. No. I'm driving home from Scotland or Manchester.
If I could only explain, I can only apologise for my appalling timekeeping. We've been changing radiators in the house, and it hasn't gone well, quite frankly.
Dear viewer, I spoke with Mr. Ivy earlier, and his beloved and wonderful better half, Jen, said, "Where is the chisel?" Given the context of we've been changing radiators, and the context of where is the chisel, you can put 2 and 2 together and come up with 15 yourselves, can't you?
Chisel. Jeez, what's she doing? Some woodwork.
It's a very, very long story. We're trying. It's a snagging day, finishing loads of stuff, changing stuff up. It's currently about 50 degrees in here. We've had the rads on to try and test things. So I apologise.
You're not doing it yourself, are you? You're not doing radiators yourself.
This is the perfect time, while James explains himself, for me to duck out and continue cooking. I've been in a different country for the last couple of days. Nice to jump in. Hello to everybody. Please harass Mike and make sure that he definitely still hasn't listened to Nuno yet, 3 months after I suggested he did. And I'll carry on watching. Nice to see you all. And good
Cheers,
night.
mate. Cheers, mate. Take care. Thank you.
See you, everybody.
Right, so I'm getting through the question. Well, should we do? Should we do the usual start? What you've been up to, all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
Then,
hi everyone. Welcome to. You've done that, haven't you?
Well, I sort of did it half-heartedly. I was sort of moaning that you weren't there, and
good evening, everyone. Welcome to our weekly dust up on the internet. It is episode 98 of the Studio Rats Live Q&A. Thank you very much to Gregoire for joining in early doors. My name's James Ivy.
I Paul Drew.
From the Studio Rats, and you are all very, very welcome. Where were you up to?
Okay, Simon Cook, I can do it.
I can do it. I'm there.
See, I'm doing your job for you.
You just swap me over because it's very wrong to be this way around.
Okay, how do I do this?
I forgot. There we go.
Oh, I can do this all day long. Look at this.
Oh,
okay. Okay, next one. Hi from beautiful Beverly Hills. Oh, lovely Beverly Hills.
Well, gel, I think.
Well, Joe. Francesco says, is the stacking of Boss SD1 into Concentor okay in your opinion? I don't think anything's wrong.
I've been finally. I bought enough pedal power blocks. I've been using the Voodoo Labs ones because I've got them to run my mega preamp pedal board.
Yeah.
Which we did a video on previously, but it now also contains the Candyman 2, the double Bonner or Boner Boost, depending on how you
Boner is a boner, apparently.
Yeah.
It's not a Boner. Of course it's a Boner. But no, people are saying it's the ZVEX Super Hard it's supposed to be after.
I think it's the Super Duper is what it's supposed to be because of the format, the configuration.
Yeah.
But hey, what do we know? It was nice of the guys from Fuzzdog to jump in on the commentage as well. Knobbage got a particularly high approval rating from the masses. Great to see that.
Do you know how long it took me to do the look, my crappy video editing about sticking like geek things over your face? You're that side, aren't you? There you go.
I am, yeah.
Like how long it took me to do that, and then put the monkey up like no one gives a monkeys.
Yeah.
And then no comments on that.
It's so easy to do those things in Premiere.
Hey, I'm sure it's easy to do in DaVinci, but it's for me it's not. For me, it's not stuff.
Yeah, I don't think there's any rules when it comes to pedal boards. I think it's what works and what sounds good. There are a few rules. I mean, primarily things like tuners and wahs early doors, and then generally fuzzes, and then just overdrives and distortions and stuff. But
hold on, what did you say first about where the fuzz come?
Tuners and or wah in some kind of order.
Fuzzies have to come first.
No, but we did that and it didn't work.
Okay, but technically, so fuzzies don't like buffers. And
no.
If you've got a tuner, let's say you've got the classic tuner, the Boss.
Yeah.
TU12, whatever it is, or TU whatever, TU3. That will then have a buffer afterwards.
Right. Well, my Polytune Mini version 1 doesn't have a buffer.
Okay.
It's tuner, wah, fuzz in my case.
Okay.
And then we go into distortions. But I've now got there's about 12 distortion pedals, distortions and drives and overdrive things down there, which is nice. And then I've got my other board, which is my modulation board.
Nice.
Delay and reverb and things.
Nice. Yeah, surprisingly, that video. Sorry, no, hold on. Let me answer Francesco's question first. I'm with James. If you like the sound of the SD1 going into the Centaur, that's cool. If you like the sound of the Centaur going to the SD1. Most people suggest that you put drives that go up in drive stages. So if you've got a lighter drive, something like the Clon, how most people use the Clon, it should go first and then into the SD1 because that's a much more distorted thing. But the Clon can really drive. It depends how you're using the Clon. I think the idea is that what you want to do is to have your lightest drive going into your heaviest drive, because the lightest drive, if you then want to use your lightest drive as your always on pedal, then you could switch on the heavier drive, and that would then, the light drive would drive into the heavier drive, then pushes it even further.
Yeah. I've done there's a bit of that going on. I mean, because I've got, or ironically, the rev is actually next to the fuzzies for some reason, but I don't always have that. That's a rarely used one. So,
right, yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
Fuzz Off says gentle.
We always are.
Oh, yes, try to be. Robert Biller says, hey man, I'm really enjoying your patches for the Boss GT1000. Will you ever sell other patches for it? I don't know. I think GT1000, I don't think I will do any more for the GT1000. I could be wrong. I might do. Yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Fuzzoff says, gentlemen, do you guys think 2 Strats in a band is too much? No.
It worked for the Shadows.
It did. And I think, didn't the Beatles all use Strats at one point?
And continues to do so for the Shadows. No, I think that's all right. That's
yeah.
Great. I mean, Clapton's band, 2 Strats.
It's true. Clapton with Robert, when he did stuff Robert Cray, actually loads of.
And when he did 24 Nights, it was him, Robert Cray, Buddy Guy, all on Strats.
Buddy Guy. That's the other. Yeah. I wouldn't say so. I mean, I would try and have complementing sounds. So if you said like, is 2 Strats with 2 Fender Twins too much in a band, and we use the same sound, the same settings and stuff.
Unless your arrangements are amazing.
Yeah. But I would say try and get some sort of, some difference in tones and stuff, and then you'll both separate from each other.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, 2 Strats, lovely jubbly. Are you going to do the pushing of the
I'll drive, yeah.
You'll take over. Farad H, evening all. Evening, Farad. Renee says, any recommendations on a practice amp for home? Waza Air headphones, Fender Tone Masters, Line 6 Catalyst on the shortlist for now, for testing. Didn't enjoy the Katana 50. Okay, so if you didn't enjoy the Katana 50, I wonder why you didn't enjoy the Katana 50, first of all.
Just remind me, can the Waza Air headphones Bluetooth to your phone so you can play along with stuff at the same time as having guitar tones?
Yeah.
I was pretty sure they could, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah, so I would, if you just want to practice and you want to practice without disturbing anyone, and you want really good tones, I'd say the Waza Air headphones are the way to go. And also, you, as James said, you can stream Bluetooth to this, so you can stream your backing tracks or whatever to it, play along with songs, and you're not going to upset anyone, and they sound brilliant. I would personally go for the Waza Airs.
I think I'd be tempted to as well for practice at home. That's a no-brainer. Didn't enjoy the Katana 50. I would probably give the Katana 100 a try, because I didn't find the 50 that inspiring, whereas the 100's got way more going for it, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I would go Waza.
Bruce Brooks says, came late. Where's James?
I'm here.
Is there? Oh, look, Shahab. We miss Shahab.
We did. I'm going to do it now.
Generously. Cheers, Shahab. Anytime, mate. I always take your questions. We always try and get through all questions.
We do.
But when someone does a super chat, they come first.
Yes.
Doppelganger. Rude. Right. Did we miss one?
No.
Okay.
No.
Bruce says, I told you a few weeks ago that I had a deal cooking. Oh, hold on. Where's my glasses? I now have a beautiful 1960s Strat for sale. Oh, all original except for tuners. New ones are exact replacements. I bet that's nice.
Ooh.
I wish I could afford it, Bruce.
I have a Strat story, a Strat moment for you.
Do you?
Do you remember a little while ago, a couple of 3 weeks ago, my buddy Gary came over and brought his Gilmore Strat to play?
Yeah.
Well, I was looking through the next round of Gardner Holgate guitar auctions.
Yeah.
And lot number 20 is a 2008 Fender Custom Shop David Gilmour Relic electric guitar.
Nice.
Estimate £3,000 to £5,000.
I'll say
That
this.
is a very underestimate, I would have thought.
It's not, because they go for anything from 4 to 7.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know. I think it's a good investment. If you can get it on the lower side, I think that's a really good investment.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Right.
I'd like to know what Bruce has got now. It's because are you selling your old one, or are you selling the new one?
Oh,
I'd love-
it sounds like you're selling the old one.
I can afford it, but I'd like an old one.
Hmm.
Afternoon, John. John Ope says, hello from Poland. Maybe a bit strange question, but do you associate anything with Poland from guitar stroke music matters? Yes.
The only thing, personally, the only thing I do is when Dave Gilmour played the show at the Gdansk shipyards, which I believe is Poland. I'm pretty sure it's Poland.
But do you associate anything with Poland from guitar? Do you mean, like, is the question... Is there anything that we would consider if we thought of Poland, like we'd think of this guitar or that? No, probably not.
Yeah. You're going to tell us, John, that there's loads of things that we've missed out on, aren't you? Which would be great, because every day's a school day and all that.
Where are mayonnaise?
Mayons.
Mayonnaise. Where are they made? Aren't they made in Poland?
I don't know.
Somewhere near there. I mean, it's such a massive area, saying somewhere near there, but whole of Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
No idea.
Potage Aniki says, evening, I purchased a $1.99 ticket for one of the guitar giveaway comps and won a new PRS SE stand. Wow, in metallic orange. First PRS and stoked with the quality. Do the higher models play better or placebo? Oh, well done, mate. Good
Very
job.
well.
I always thought those things were a bit of a, bit of a gam. I don't do it. But anyway, $1.99 for a PRS SE standard. That's a bargain, isn't it? Nice one.
I mean, my Eggle was a competition win.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, you said that before. Yeah.
I've had drum kits that I've won that have been show giveaways. Yeah. I won't say I'm lucky, but
I've never been lucky. So hold on a second. Hold on. Let's do the question first, and then we'll go. So I've played out of the SE models that I've played.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to vary quite a bit. So I played ones that are absolute dogs, and I played ones that feel as good as one of the core models, one of the American core models. So I think the quality standards aren't as good as coming from the PRS USA factory, but you wouldn't expect it. But I think you can get some really good ones, and obviously you've got a good one, which I'm thinking.
Great.
Well done.
At this point, we should say thank you.
David, anytime, mate.
And I should also thank David, because when I went to see Paul this week or last week,
there you go.
Those were hiding in his wallet.
Thank you
very much, David, for those. When we stripped the desk apart to get it into the new studio, there's movement on that, which I will share shortly. But yes, thank you very much for those indeed.
Nice.
Right, where are we going? We are going to there.
Yes. John Wallace says, have either of you guys tried the new Mixwave Benson amp plugin? Great sounding edge of breakup sound and amazing spring reverb emulation. Plus the fuzz simulation is fantastic. I haven't even heard of that.
No.
It's funny, those Benson amps are becoming a bit of getting a bit of a name for themselves. I always find them a little bit too basic, probably for my sort of liking. I like a few different knobs on an amplifier to have a bit more variation. But Benson
wasn't Benson an 80s sitcom in America?
It's also a fag, mate. So what do you want? 20 Benson.
10 B&H and a box of matches. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
For those of you that don't live in the UK, Benson Hedges cigarettes. Shepherd, you should have Greg on more chats. We should.
Greg's always good value.
He is good value.
Get to spend a lot of time with him in the summer, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Cut my hand. Farid says, do you have any experience with Blackstore ID core amps? Looking for a practice amp that I can also use as an interface. Only needs to be bedroom loud. I have. A friend of mine bought one. We went to Guitar in Epsom.
Yeah.
To go and buy his son a guitar, to go and choose his son a guitar. And he picked up an ID core and it was brilliant.
Awesome.
I was so impressed with it. It sounded fantastic. Only needs to be bedroom loud. Yes, mate. You'll have a lovely time. Really good.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to put this one back up because there was bits missed off it, but yes.
Okay. You should have Greg on more often. He seems to be a very knowledgeable and interesting chap. He is.
He is. And sure. Cooks a mean curry.
He does, doesn't he? Is it Luke Skywalker says Luke Skywalker is a picture of Harrison Ford. I love that. Yeah. Is it just me, or are the Andertons videos hard to watch these days? The silliness was funny a few years ago, but now it's way over the top. Lee's like a kids presenter. Thing is, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Luke. The thing is, like, those guys really started this whole thing off, you know, them and Rob Chapman. And once, and I guess when they started doing these YouTube videos, there were a few, the people that were doing those sort of YouTube videos were more of the sort of jokey side of things. Like have you ever seen Steve Thornberry, and who's you'd know him. Anyway, the more, I mean, it's way more that, at least the Anderton videos to me are educational. Thing about the Anderton's videos, let's clear something up. Anderton's videos are there to sell products. Anderton stock the products that they sell, that they review, and then those reviews are there to sell the product. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant concept where, you know, they do a video, they're going to make the money off the YouTube because they've got a lot of subscribers, and they're also going to make the money off sales. It's brilliant. But you know, Anderton started off doing that, and once you start, because I was thinking this the other day. Once you start making videos, it's and you've got like a way of doing something, like, you know, you're a bit jokey, or you do that, and it's quite hard because you built up a sort of a relationship with, or you built up an audience, and then it's quite hard to change the way that you present and stuff. I mean, I personally think the Andertons videos are really good. I mean, you know, they do a really good job.
I think, so for me, one of the best presenters in our genre, as in, you know, music, tech, YouTube-y type stuff, one of the best in our world is Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. You know,
but he's got a way of doing things.
He has. But again, what you have to remember is that Mitch and Lee Anderton and Danish Pete are effectively selling product.
Yeah,
that is what those channels exist for, to make you buy that product. Now, we have been accused of making people buy stuff, but by exalting its virtues. The difference being, of course, we're not on a cut. There is, if you go and buy, we could say to you to go to Anderton's, or to go to Guitar, or, you know, Sweetwater or Guitar Center. We ain't making a penny out of that, and I'm sure directly. Mitch isn't on a commission or anything like that, but the money that the money in their pockets does come from sales of instruments.
Yeah.
So just remember that when they're not being critical in any way, shape, or form about a thing, there is no such thing as a perfect product.
But anyway, yeah, he's asking about the silliness about money. It's funny, isn't it? Because like even that pedal show, which I watch, I love it. There's they present in a certain way, and they've always done that sort of thing. And the numbers say that the people love that sort of style.
I'm sure there are people who are out there who hate even me. Should we move on from that one?
Yeah. 2 Strats and Iron Maiden went there. Yes, there were. Although Yannick Gers, didn't he play one with a humbucker? Actually, no. Don't they both play ones with humbuckers?
They both play ones with humbuckers. But technically, he didn't. When he said about Strats, he didn't say they had to be single coils.
He did not say that. It's true. Jim Firmstone says, "Hi from Sydney. Would a GX100 be better than the new Mark II Katana, as I already own the original artist, the Katana artist?" Yeah, the GX100 is definitely better than the Katana.
Yeah.
It's different. It's got different processing in it, but it's different. The Katana has a speaker, but if you're talking about taking a line output out the back of the Katana, putting it in an interface, or taking the line outs out of the GX100 and putting that in an interface, the GX100 is definitely better.
Yeah.
Shahar says, not trying to encourage needless spending, but everybody needs a double hamburger, Les Paul, a triple hot dog Strat, and a double hot dog Telly-style guitars.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yep. Bruce says, I'm keeping the old one, the 64, actually like it better. Plus it's beat to SHIT, so I don't need to be extra careful with it. The 60 is pristine, so I'm afraid to play it. Wow, a pristine 1960s.
Not even 60s, 1960.
1960. I would love it, Bruce. Larry North, based on your Stompbox success, how about a parts caster Gilmore build, gents? Got plenty of links to share with you if your game could be a great video or even a series of videos.
Yeah, I want to stick to pedals for a little bit. I'm gonna, carry on that.
I've never done a parts caster.
Nor have I. No, I've only ever built 2 guitars. They were from absolute scratch.
Nice. You need to get them out your loft one day.
I do.
Rene says, brilliant. I'll try them out. Wazza even saves me some money if it all works out. Yes, I think you'll like the Wazza headphones.
Yeah, they're great.
Rock on Gibbo. All right, chaps. I was wondering if you could explain the difference between the Blues Breaker and the Governor type pedals. James would probably be able to explain this better than me.
There is obviously a difference in the circuit. I don't actually know what that is. The Governor and the Drive Master are said to be the exact same pedal in a slightly different chassis. Think of the Blues Master as the weaker, not so high gain version, and the Shred Master, which we did a video with a few days ago, being the super high gain chug 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 machine. I used to play in a band with a guy who played with 2 Blues Breakers, and he basically used them as increasing levels of gain. So he'd have his always on and his more gain. And that was a really nice sound. He didn't like my Governor pedal because he said it was too much too soon. Or he didn't like my Drive Master pedal at the time because he said it was too much too soon.
It is quite a lot. I mean, the thing is, the Governor is just, if you go and get an original, go and get, I don't know what the difference is between the original UK made ones and the Korean made ones. They look exactly the same.
Yeah.
But one's got a made in the UK underneath it, and one's got a made in Korea or somewhere. But I'd try and get the UK one if you can. If they don't sound any different, I probably wouldn't worry about it. But it's always going to be a bit of an investment, I think, with the UK ones.
Yeah. Very awesome pedal though. Very, very awesome.
Oh yes. Carrie says, any experience on third power amplifiers? Only that I want one.
Oh, are they nice?
Huh?
Are they nice?
Yeah, really nice amplifiers. Yeah, like I mean, you know, boutique American made,
Right.
quite rare in the UK, to be honest. There was one in Horsham, which is really near me, that came up for sale, and I was going to buy it, and then by the time that I was going to buy it, it sold.
You snooze, you lose.
You do. It's true. John Ope says, "Yeah, mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. I can't. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is a Polish guitar manufacturer established in 1982 from Gdansk, exactly where Dave Gilmour had the concert in 2006. Rabia Massad uses mayonnaise. Yeah, really good. I used to know someone, used to have a friend that used to play them.
Great guitar. Very, very nice.
Yeah, a bit too for me. But yeah, good.
Probably for me these days as well.
Larry says, thanks, Shep. Checks in the post. Phil Jam says, I think Anderton's videos are good. You just have to know what you're getting and be in the mood for it. Yeah.
I think that's probably true of most things. I actually quite like Glenn Fricker's videos.
Because they're different.
Because they're different.
But they are a little bit clickbaity, aren't they? I think Glenn Fricker's videos are a bit.
Yeah. You know, we've all tried that technique at some point in time.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's the right mood and time for everybody, for everything.
Yeah. Shahar says, I'd be shocked if Boss doesn't give you some kind of kickback based on how much time and effort you spend educating people on their products. Oh, no, we've got a really good relationship with Boss. Matt from Boss is the man as far as I'm concerned.
But we don't get a kickback. We do get paid for their promotional videos. That's fair when we say that. But
yeah, not all of them. So there are certain Boss videos that are paid for videos, and there's certain Boss videos that aren't paid for videos that are just because I really like when you start doing stuff for a company and that company supports you and it's such a good company. I really like doing stuff for Boss, and if there's any way that I can help them out, and even if I'm not getting paid for it, because I believe in their products.
Yes, yeah.
Shep Shepherd, love the idea of getting the Boss Wazza Air headphones when you consider you can get a Katana for a similar price. Yeah, it is different. It is different, but the thing is, when you put those headphones on and you get the stereo spatial, you get it's brilliant.
It is clever.
So inspiring. Jeff Rock says, haha, we're only here for the nod jokes. What a bunch of juveniles us musicians are. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rennie says, Andertons and the likes of them are great to see what's out there and what's new. When they get so many hits on a video with lengths over 20, 30 minutes is impressive. That's so true. But not everything they do is that fun. Yeah, I mean, they do like long form videos. I mean, they've got a serious setup there. I've been to the Andertons video place and done a video with Jack over there, and it's really impressive.
Yes,
they've got like a whole house that is basically dedicated. The house at the back of Andertons, which is just dedicated for the video work. It's brilliant.
I'm working on it.
So Pip says, I've got an old 80s Marshall Blues Breaker. Should I sell it? It seems to be very valuable now. Like €700.
More than that. Way more than that.
Hold on. Oh, you mean like an amp?
Yes, the amp.
No, I'd say €700. It's about right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not using it, sell it, I would say.
I mean, the shipping on it is going to be probably as much as the amp because they weigh up.
Yeah, you need it. And you also, with that amp, you need a attenuator with that because it's so...
I recorded a blues band once, and the guy played with two of those, one behind a screen and one just in case his main one packed up.
Yeah, nice though.
Very nice.
As far as I know, it hasn't got an effects loop or reverb, which I would struggle with. Phil Jam says, I recently picked up a Wampler Gearbox pedal. Loving it, versatile. Have you guys had any experience with it? No.
I don't have much experience with Wampler, full stop, to be honest.
Yeah, good. I've had some Wampler pedals, really good.
Other than my buddy Greg Worth, who is Steve Vai's engineer.
Yeah.
pulled out a drawer, and then there was one of those big kind of plotting drawer things, and there was every Wampler pedal, and then there was another one. There was all the rest. It was ridiculous.
Great. Rennie says, sorry about the bad English. 200 letters in a message is sometimes a low number. It's no problem at all. I haven't noticed any bad English.
It's far better than my Polish.
Without a doubt. Zpep says, what was the guitar player that made you start playing guitar? That's a good question.
Oh, Gary Moore.
Probably Mark Knopfler. Because my dad was a big, when I say was, I don't think he sort of listens to Dire Straits anymore, but he was a massive Dire Straits fan.
And he's still around.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a war in that sort of respect.
Exactly, yeah, but you can't say, like, I don't know if he's still a massive Dire Straits fan, but Dire Straits was on all the time. Dire Straits, what great albums.
Brilliant band.
Blues Breaker pedal, 700 euros.
Wow.
No, I'd be shocked if you could sell it for 700 euros.
If you could do it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I would sell that. I'd sell that all day long for 700 euros. Wow. They're not in the UK. They're not that much. Deaf in one ear. What stereo? Speaking of Andy Woods, Gearbox, he's one of the best guitarists nowadays. Absolutely. If you haven't checked him out, you're in for a treat. Combination of insane technique, great melodic touch, and a nice guy. Yes, he's absolutely brilliant. Always
a bonus when the last bit comes in as well.
Yeah. I scoured. John Ope says, I scoured your channel for info on Iridium, but only found a comparison to the Boss IR200. Don't you have any love for Strymon? No Strymon stuffs. I've got down here. I've got Matt Wright's Strymon Volante.
No.
To be honest, if I'm completely honest about Strymon, I'm not. I think their stuff's brilliant. I used to have a Timeline.
I've used. Is it Blue Sky Reverb?
Blue Sky and Big Sky. Yeah, the Blue Sky.
Yeah, I've used the Blue Sky Reverb on a desk to get a reverb sound for a mix, and it was amazing. We also had a Deco, the delay, and we used that on the same mix. Pedals into a desk. It was awesome.
Yeah, because with Strymon pedals, they can do line.
Yes, line of output.
Balance line as well. Yeah, got an instrument line. Switch on it.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, really good quality pedals. Yeah, no, I haven't got anything bad to say about it, but I wouldn't. If someone said to me, go and get a delay, would I say, oh, right, I'll just go and get a Timeline? Probably not. I'll probably go and get something else.
I'd be tempted to go TC Flashback just because they work and they're really easy but quite utilitarian.
Yeah. The Iridium, the Strymon Iridium was really good. I got it. It was lent to me while I did a review of the IR200. No, it's great. It's great. Definitely nothing wrong with that. Zpep says, Mark Knopfler, that's why you don't get Zappa. Could be.
Zappa's an acquired taste.
Cliff Richard Penn. It's changed. I used to like the Cliffy Biro. I started playing guitar because of Oasis, but my first guitar hero was John Squire when he formed the Seahorses. Nice. Yeah, good guitar player. Any experience with single pickup guitars? I'm thinking about an SG Junior. I used to have a Duesenberg 59er, which was really good. That had a P90 in the bridge.
Nice.
P90. Really good guitar. Yeah, and I had an Esquire. I've got an Esquire, a Fender Esquire, which is a one pickup Telecaster, but I decided to put another pickup in it.
So, yeah.
no, it's brilliant. No, and the Esquire's a great guitar. It's just like a rock and roll machine. But it's a one trick thing.
Yes.
SG Junior, brilliant, great. You know, you'll have a lovely time with that.
Yeah.
Loaf Coach, Strymon are Strymon on are great because they don't make your ears bleed. Strymon on are great. Yeah, I mean, Strymon stuff's really good.
Yes, it is good.
Really
Very
good.
useful, very feature rich as well.
Yes. Any experience with an Ssl 30? Do you know, people keep talking about we should be trying out the Ssl 30.
Yummy is all I can say.
Yeah, I've had a Soldano before.
What was that little one you had? Oh, excuse me.
Astroverb.
That was great.
Yeah, it was all right. It was good. It was good, but a bit too small. The box is too small for me.
Yeah.
Couldn't project enough. But really good sounding amp. And we've had when I got the original Synergy thing.
Yeah.
That
What's about that with the Ssl 100 module?
Yeah, that's good. It's good. I think you like Soldanos way more than me.
I certainly, I'd love an Ssl 100. I really would. It's the ultimate rock and roll amp. Rock and metal amp, definitely.
Cliff Richard Penn says, I'll change it back. Please do. Stephen James, good day from Brisbane, Australia. Did you guys see my message on Messenger via the Studio Rats? No, mate. No, I didn't. To be honest, I don't know why. Sometimes messages don't show up on the message. Let me have a quick look and see if it's there. Go on, James. Can you answer the next question while I check?
It is from Shahabar. Do either of you guys smoke weed? Do you understand the relevance of 40 or 420? No, I don't anymore. It was a long time ago. No, I don't understand the relevance of 420. Other than that, if you're not in bed by 420, it's almost the next day.
Do I smoke? No, don't smoke weed anymore. Don't smoke weed anymore. I'm not against it. No. I'm not against it at all. Just, oh man, I've done my shoulder in. By the way, I've just found Stephen James's question. So, sorry, Stephen. For some reason, it didn't show up as to notify me. It said, "Hi, Paul. Just wondering if you still have the Boss GX100 in your possession. Could you do a video on how it works through a tube amp? Everyone does videos on it in studios directly and using FRFR speakers. It'd be really good to get your take on how the sounds from the Boss GX100 Trent sound good through a guitar amp. Just a suggestion. Love your work." Yes, of course we could do that. To me, that's not really its main.
Really, is it?
No, I mean it isn't. It isn't. You could easily do that. I don't run multi effects into front of amp. I might not be the right guy to do it with. The only thing we could do is a 4 cable method thing, which might be all right to do.
Okay.
Although I'd really want if I was going to do that, I'd really want an amp with a really good buffer effects loop, not like the matches. Don't even get me started.
It sounds.
No, it's fine. Loaf Coach says, sorry for the typo. Thanks all to correct. Proper question. Spring for a used custom shop Strat, or go for something more reasonable for an intermediate guitarist? Currently have a PRS CE24. Okay.
That's a lovely guitar.
Yeah. I would really consider getting a custom shop Strat. If you've got a PRS CE24, so you've got a good guitar that is a C24 considered core line? I'm not sure it is considered core line.
I don't know.
So it's a really good guitar. Out of all the PRS double humbucker PRSs, I think the C24 is one of the best.
Right.
Because it's got the bolt-on neck, and I like a bolt-on neck. I would go for I would go for a used Fender custom shop, because if you get it used, you're never going to lose money on it. If anything, it will grow. It will gain money, and you'll have a guitar that is, in my opinion, the best of a Fender Strat.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so this is where we get into life choices.
Oh, it really helped with shoulder. Interesting. I smoke weed and don't understand the 420 relevance. Ah, the 20th of April is Weed Day. There we go.
We don't really have that over here, do we?
Don't we?
No, as far as I know.
It's the 20th of April. So peeps, 420 is the US police code for it is the US police code for marijuana violation.
You know, we didn't get it because we don't do it 420. We would call it 24.
Yes, that's why the 20th of 4th. Yeah, Paul has that weed-colored shirt. He knows what's up.
All right.
Safety says Strymon is a great company. One point, there is this sheen in their pedals. For instance, Boss Wazza or One Man Designs pedals sound more soulful and true to me. I love the Iridium and Valente. Yeah, I do think Safety's got a point. Strymon pedals they definitely have a sound about them.
Yes, they do.
Not and it's not a criticism at all. Loaf Coach said it's not cool, but it's made in the US. Yeah, the CA24. That's good. Really, really good guitars. Well done, Cliffy. You've done it. Cliffy Barrow says, I never go into weed, probably just as well as I can hardly stay out the biscuit tin as it is.
Very good. Right, at that point, we're now in. We should do our updates and stuff.
Shall we do that?
Have you done the 2U rack from the British mixing disc manufacturer?
I've got it. I've got all that.
Okay.
I've got all that. So shall I share my?
Please do, and I'll
share my business.
I'll put it live.
I tell you what. No, what I'm going to do, because I'll end up. Let me do. Actually, now I can do this, can't I? Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 secs.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's time today, but
share.
It's been a very long day. Anyone who's ever been through DIY fails knows where I'm coming from.
So let me go to this. So I'm guessing everyone saw this on the news. This guy, this guy, he uses this elderly woman's credit card, and he's bought 11 Gibson Les Pauls, and he spent 17 grand in total. Basically, he's got hold of her credit card. Oh, and over the years, he's managed to accumulate this lot.
Look
at that lot.
Impressive.
yeah, pretty impressive. But bless her.
For a tow rag.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a tow rag. So there's that. I thought it's a story that's going about at the moment. Joe Bonamassa he gives the first look at the completed signature Fender 48 dual professional JB. Obviously, he's getting a cut off this because it's Joe Bonamassa amplifier. Now, where is it? Is that the best picture we've got?
Really, yeah.
It looks cool. It looks like. Do you remember the old Watkins?
Yeah, it looks like a split screen Moggy.
Split screen Moggy. What's the Moggy?
Split screen Morris Minor with the the line down the middle of the screen to give you 2 panes of glass.
Oh, I see. Yeah. It's and the old Watkins amp Interceptor, was it? Had that sort of angled front. All right, it's 2x10, 26 watts. Should be good. Joe Bonamassa.
£11,000.
Well, he's got to have his commission on the top. Like he does. Anyway, I thought this was quite cool. So it's this is Fenders and Guitar Center's None More Black.
Right.
That's completely black, apart from the
silver humbucker.
Yeah, which I don't understand what's going on. Because if it was None More Black, surely everything would be black. I really like it, and I don't think they should have. And I don't think they should have made the hardware black. But I think that looks
the flattened Strat. They did. I remember they did a jazz back. They did a was it Aerodyne? Aerodyne.
Aerodyne, yeah.
There's one of those in the auction as well. Aerodyne Strat, which looked really cool.
Right.
Which I thought was quite quirky.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Aerodyne. I think they were Japanese built.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Anyway, I think that looks quite cool.
Yeah, very nice.
And
a little bit on the naming with the. I think they could have put a black humbucker on it. They could have done a really good smoked chrome effect on that. It looked really cool.
I like it, and I think smoke chrome would have been nice.
Yeah,
that would have been nice. But I really like it, and I think if they had made everything black, I think it would have looked rubbish.
Mm.
So anyway, $1,049.
That's not bad.
I don't know if it's. I'm guessing it's a Mexican built. I don't know. Anyway, there's that. James, sing song.
It's another Harley Benson moment of the week. Ooh.
Right. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. I'm not sure.
Are you serious? I think that's amazing. Look at the
figure on the timber looks amazing. I'm not sure of the shape.
Oh, I don't mind it.
No.
199 euros. Look at that.
It is ridiculous. How on earth can they do that?
I'm guessing it's active. It's got a dual concentric pop there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm not sure of the shape on those, I have to admit.
No, yeah, they do look a little bit like you'd expect to see them in a gospel sort of band. But yeah, I thought these look really good.
Oh, they look amazing, don't they?
Yeah. So this is the 60th anniversary Jaguar. Yeah, I think
the incomprehensible pickup switching.
Yeah, I know the pickup switching is rubbish, but really cool looking. I really like the candy apple red and blue.
Oh, I like the blue one.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, dear.
Yeah, really nice. Right. Here you go.
So looking forward to getting one of these. I've got one coming.
I mean, the only thing for me is right. When they brought out, so this is just so if people don't know what this is, it's the Ssl Bus Compressor. If you think of one of those big SSL desks, and in case you don't know what that is, it's basically the 1980s desk that everything was mixed on, and is still pretty much mixed on.
Yeah.
Because they do well. I think. Do you think SSLs were known for their functionality over their sound, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean they definitely had a sound. They had a sound. I think if you want super clean, super sharp, super tight, you went SSL. If you wanted something with a bit more character and a bit of warmth, you went Neve.
Yeah.
But there have been plenty of great records mixed on SSLs.
Oh yeah.
Thousands of them, millions of them.
So and the bus compressor, this is a compressor that sits in the middle of the console and used. I mean, I use a SSL bus compressor on every mix. Brilliant thing. The only thing is, what's going on with all those knobs?
Well,
too much.
No,
too much.
You see, there is an EQ in there.
Oh, what's that?
There's an EQ in there. There's 4 different types of bus compression tone. So you get something from the 4K, something from the original G bus comp, which is what everyone goes on about. There's 4 different modes. You can use it in mid-side. There's lots of options in there. But what they've basically tried to do is take over from the greatest of all the SSL style bus compressors, which is the what's it called? The black one, the Obsidian, Dramatic Audio Obsidian.
Oh yeah.
I'd say a country mile the best sounding SSL style bus compressor out there. I think this is going to be a really cool thing. This paired up with an SSL Fusion could be monstrous.
Yeah. So
This
I
is-
don't understand. So it's, look at the price difference. So if buy in the UK,
Yeah.
it's 1,700 quid.
Yeah.
Buy in America, it's $2,900.
Yeah.
And in Europe, it's 2,099 euros or euro.
Yeah.
That's a massive difference between US and pounds.
Yeah. In our favour for a change.
Yeah. But I'm guessing it's another one of their sort of Far Eastern made.
It is, yeah. It's part of the audio. It's part of their when they were bought by Audiotonics, when Peter Gabriel decided he had enough of throwing his money away.
Yeah.
Audiotonics, who also own Allen and Heath and a few other sort of high-end brands,
Yeah.
have clearly gone, right, we need this company to make some money off their legendary brand name.
Yeah.
What they're actually doing is making some really cool products as well. You know, they're take back the SSL bus compressor from other brands and say, look, it's called an SSL bus compressor. Let's make sure that they know where it comes from. Great piece. Look, I've got one coming for a Studio Spares video. Looks really exciting.
Nice. So Marcus King has got a new orange signature amp.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus King, great.
I don't know of him.
Yeah, really cool. Really good player, great singer. Sort of blues guitar player. Now
it doesn't look like the most complicated amplifiers.
No, so it's basically 3 controls.
Right.
Again, the only thing that annoys me about it, well, there's no reverb,
right,
and there's no effects loop.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
that's frustrating.
But looks and sounds really good. I was quite impressed with the sound of it. But it's €3,000. Woof.
Too rich for my blood, baby.
Yeah. But nice.
Very nice.
Right. Last of all, Gibson Gene Simmons G2 Thunderbird. Let's have a look.
Is he short of money? No, of course not.
It's a funny thing about Kiss, isn't it? Because, you know, basically they are a cash machine, aren't they?
They are. They must be.
I mean, well, they are. Their merchandise is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't get it. I mean, who's going to buy that apart from a Kiss fan?
There are plenty of Kiss fans out there.
There are plenty of Kiss fans, but no one else. You know, no sort of. I can't imagine anyone that's not a Kiss fan buying it.
I can't
like a stand-up musician.
Being pro going, I'm going to buy that Gene Simmons bass because it looks so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty unlikely. Nearly €3,000.
Yes.
Anyway, that's me done.
Interesting. Thank you for your trawl of the interwebs.
Oh well, you know.
Should we get back into it?
Yeah. John Oates says, highly recommended trying the Fender Bronco 1 pickup short scale. I remember them. Still can get those vintage 70s ones for cheap with a twisted black knob. The tone sounds huge. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've ever played one. Pez says, addendum to my last week's question. The new Chili's album is the first one in 16 years with Frusciante on guitar. Worth a listen. Nice one. I will have a listen. Everyone keeps going on about it. So I've got to have a listen at some point. As long as I don't have to listen to Cleedis's lyrics and anyway. Larry North, meal time here, gents. Have a great week, everyone. Sending good vibes from SE UK. What's SE?
Southeast.
He's not in the southeast.
He is. He's in East Anglia.
Southeast?
Yeah, it's the southeast, mate.
Really?
The affluent southeast. It's not blooming Rochdale, is it?
I'm southeast.
No, you're south.
Oh, okay.
You're south.
Okay.
I would say he's more east, to be honest. But
I'd say he's east.
Yeah, but hey, you know, He's been all over the country. He's a bit disorientated.
Don Woodland says all that for 17k. He got stuff really cheap. What are we talking about here?
Gibson guitars. And
oh yes, yeah. It's true, isn't it? It is true. It does seem a lot for, unless they're talking about depreciation value or something. I don't know. Mike Van Leeuwen, when you talk to the people at Boss, please ask them to make a new katana based on the AIRD tech. I don't think I would have. I will definitely ask about that, but I don't think I'd have a swaying vote on it.
What did that say? Paul Drew's on the phone. Quick, get them.
I don't think they ever do that.
Get the R&D department on the call.
That would be nice. Clive says Dominator. Yes, the Watkins Dominator. Well done, mate. Good work.
Yeah.
Pez, Joe, merch to the Maxa Bonamassa. Yeah. Flip flops.
He's no Jordan Rudess, but he ain't far behind.
Oh, I don't know, actually, mate. I don't know. Shahar says Frashante is on fire in the new album. The whole band sounds re-energized. Oh, nice.
Good.
Agreed, says Pez. Swap your Christmas strap. Your Christmas strap for the black one, Paul.
Either of them.
Rene says Harley Benton is not cheap materials for the price, I guess, but cheap labor. It has to be very, very cheap. Really cheap for that. I mean, that looks like you could put some sort of boutique name on it, and I would think that I'd think that's a great base.
Yeah,
really good. Really impressed. I hope they're not slave laboring,
and I hope the playability works as well as they look.
We've got to do it at some point. I need to
bite the metal bullet and buy a chicken tail.
Yeah, maybe just buy it and then sort of give it away in a competition or something. K Michael P says, "Oh Lord, I'm late." Never mind, you're here now. No such thing as late. Jeff Rock, cheap labour like everything else, unfortunately. We're just willing to pay £400 for our toasters and kettles.
He then says, not.
Shame on Gibson for never putting out a Frank Marino guitar. I don't know much about Frank Marino. I've heard the name. Huh?
Me neither.
Well, they are, maybe. I think I've heard that name mentioned a few times on the Greg Koch podcast.
Okay.
It's well worth a listen to, by the way.
Yeah.
Jeff Rock says that Kiss bass is a bit like the Brian May guitars. I'm a big fan of Brian May. I've owned two over the years, but just not for me. I've got my little replica model and Brian popping a box doll. Yeah, you wouldn't go out. You wouldn't expect another artist to go out using a Brian May guitar like you wouldn't expect.
No, you wouldn't. That would be very odd, wouldn't it? If you saw Joe Bonamassa playing a Brian May.
Yes, you would never see it, would you? Jeff Rock, Mahogany Rush.
Don't
know. Let us know, Jeff. Let us know what you mean. Sorry, my screen's gone funny. David Bro says lawyer faked a heart attack after driving drunk last week. Didn't work, James. Is the studio finished? Paul, do you buy another Stratocaster, Mahogany Rush?
Mahogany Rush?
There's two people that said Mahogany Rush.
Yeah, what have we missed there? Maybe, is it a Frank Marino track?
Maybe.
I don't know. Someone explain Mahogany Rush, because we are quite near the bottom of the questions. I'm going to give you a studio update.
Can I just say one thing on this, because I should probably I had a text message. Do you know Pete Barringer?
Yes.
Right. So
your partner.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, one of my business partners, Greg and Pete. So Pete, I got a message from Pete this morning. Bless him. Had a heart attack, and that he's now in hospital. He said he's probably watching this board. He's all right.
Good. Well,
Barringer, you need to get back to work.
Get back
to work, mate. Stop faking it. Get back to work. He's probably watching because there's nothing else to do, is there? Being stuck in hospital. So get well soon, mate. So lawyer faked a heart attack after driving.
That's why David Brose wasn't with us last week, because he was bailing his lawyer out of jail and he couldn't tell us.
Is that what it was? He faked. That's terrible.
A
lawyer.
Clearly.
Surely he'll be struck off.
Yeah, that's definitely struck off the rolls, or struck off the bar, or whatever.
Yeah, definitely would be in the UK, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. K. Michael P. Frank. Okay, name of his band, Mahogany Rush. Oh, interesting. There's lots of music I need to. One of the most influential guitarists of all time that I've never heard of.
Yeah, me neither.
See, everyone. This is what happens. We get educated on this on this show. Frank Marino, Mahogany Rush, the band. Look it up. Also, Marcus King is the best blues player in America right now. Brilliant.
Was any relation to Mark?
James.
Right. Yes.
Studio update.
So, studio update. So, as of last week, actually officially as of today, I blew off the guy who was going to be doing the build for me, because basically it turns out that one of the biggest costs in the build, I still haven't actually seen the cost of the build, was the accommodation for him being away from home.
Wow.
Not actually build type stuff.
Right.
So, in my moments of genius, and speaking considerably to your friend of mine, Mr. Greg Larry North Farrer, I've been putting a plan together to build it myself. Not me build it, but design it myself. And instead of it being a timber frame, it's going to be a blockwork frame, as in breeze blocks, or actually concrete blocks. And then we're going to clad it to make it look like the timber frame building, because it will just look prettier and nicer. So had meetings with my builder, and had meetings with my my quantity surveyor, to make sure we pricing for bits and everything, make sure we get the right amount of stuff, etc., delivered to site, and some ideas for doing the whole room within a room, proper floating room within a room thing. Seriously higher spec than we would have gone for before, possibly looking a little more industrial, perhaps, which could look quite cool. But yeah, I'm hoping to break ground in the next 2 weeks.
Oh wow, nice one. Can I ask though?
Yeah.
So when you got planning permission?
Yeah.
With planning permission, don't you have to stipulate what it's made out of?
No, it's all about how it looks. The planning inspectorate chap who came to do the visit said, we don't care what's on the inside, we care what's on the outside.
Are you sure?
Absolutely positive. He said those words to me.
Yes, I think he means. I could be wrong. It's only because when we had the building work done, and I'll say why. Yeah, they don't care how it looks on the inside. They don't care what you're doing on the inside, but they care. So when we had our building done, they cared very much what it was made out of.
That's building regs. That's not planning.
Oh, okay.
That's building regs. It's different.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Building regs cares about the fact that it's it's also part of your home, and that's very different.
Okay.
This is a garden building, which comes under a whole different set of garden building regs, technically speaking. Yes, I do have to get building regs involved, but nothing like as much as if it was a domestic dwelling.
Right. Interesting. Oh, great. Nice one.
Yeah. So basically, we're going to go block built, room within a room. I've been costing up various bits of it the last couple of days just to try and work out, where the expensive pain points are. And actually, as we knew with most things, as we just said with guitar building, the expensive part is the labor. And if I can keep the labor costs down by making it an efficient build, should be on a winner.
Nice one.
The skip is arriving tomorrow for me to start getting rid of yet more of the waste soil and stuff that's in the garden that we need to get rid of. Then we're on a mission. So
Great.
Hopefully, should be in a month or so, we should have walls going up and stuff.
Nice one.
Which is good.
Nice.
Just from talking to the quantity surveyor today, he's actually getting a breakdown of what costs what. Now, because I'm VAT registered and my builder isn't, I'm going to be buying all the materials, because that makes the whole thing instantly 20% cheaper.
Great.
So yeah, it should be should be quite quick. The plan is to get the actual shell finished first. Now that might sound bizarre, but when the outside is finished, cladding on, roof done, all looking pretty and all tied up and buttoned down, that then makes the garden usable for the kids again. So while they're working on the inside, the kids can at least be in the garden. Whereas if we're trying to do everything all at the same time and it's just a mess,
Great.
there's a plan there at least. It's all happening.
Nice one.
Which is great. At last.
Yes, absolutely. Right,
let's get back to it.
Spencer Carter says, would you guys consider doing a retro digital gig review? No equipment from 1990 onwards, excluding Kemper, Quad Cortex. What would your predictions be? Do you think digital great has progressed? I've got it up there. You can just see it up there. It is there. Do you see that little red thing? Actually, if I do this, there it is. Little pod.
Yeah.
Do you know that's the biggest video I've ever done.
Crazy, isn't it?
Done 100,000 views. That's done.
Absolutely crazy. Do you know the video I've ever done?
What's that? Go on.
It's had nearly 1 million views.
Wow. What was that?
The gaff gun. Me taping a bloody on Facebook, the gaffer gun thing, taping some tape down at a Future Cheer competition, and I walked across the hall taping down the multi-core, and it's had over 1 million. It's had nearly 1 million views.
Wow, crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff.
So yes. So I don't think you can get really much older. Actually, no, you definitely can. Something like the Boss ME5 or so probably no more. And we also did one on the Johnson. On the Johnson, yeah.
Which I still have here, in fact.
There it is. The
original box as well. That's got to be
yeah. So I don't know. You can never say no. I think if something comes up that someone's got that I could buy, that isn't going to break the bank, then yes, I'm always happy to do things like that.
I'd love to get some of those old Digitech rack effects and things like that because they were really cool.
I think they
were cool then.
I think the effects they did. I seem to remember I remember the dub rack one, the one that had the preamp in it was a terrible sounding thing.
The one I'd
the ART stuff. Yeah,
the ART 2000. It was a 2000 2U rack job, wasn't there?
I had one of them.
There was the unit that I'm actually trying to find on eBay that I genuinely think was really good was the Ensoniq DP4.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good unit.
Rack, really good unit, really good effects. 4 effects in one box, and you can pick them up now for under $1,000 if you can find them.
Right.
Still really usable units.
You should be well under $1,000, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they're still quite popular.
Are they? Wow.
They've got some very cachet kind of tones in them.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, if I find one of those, definitely do a review it because it's got some great guitar tones in it.
Interesting. Glenn Martin says Frank Marino, lead singer and guitarist of Mahogany Rush, Canadian. Jeff Rock, I like Gary Clark Jr. Gets a fantastic sound out of a basic rig. Absolutely great player. Cliffy Barrow says, do you fellas have a favourite TV show? Was recently turned on to Toast of London. It's pretty funny.
Favourite TV show? I think my favourite TV show for a very, very long time was The Mentalist.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That
I really enjoyed that. Just finished the last season of Dexter, which was called Dexter First Blood. That was really good. Really enjoyed that.
Right.
And we've just started a thing called Mayor of Easttown, which is what's her name? Kate Winslet, but Kate Winslet not looking like you'd expect Kate Winslet to look.
Okay.
Very cool.
Nice. What am I watching? I mean, probably my favorite TV show of all time is probably Homeland.
Never seen it.
What?
Never seen Homeland. I've never seen The Office, which is another one people go, what?
Do you know what I would do? If you want to watch The Office, watch the American one.
No, I can't stick him.
Who?
I can't stick Carell. No.
Oh, he's brilliant. He's so good.
No, I can't. What's the other thing I've never seen? Call of Duty, never. Call of Duty, Line of Duty, either of those. Never seen that. The Homeland, never saw that.
No, that's really good. That was
Never
really
saw
good.
that. I've never,
That and Stranger Things. Love Stranger
never
Things.
seen that either.
Oh man.
I know. Need to get out less.
Yeah. Spencer Carter says, "How about you guys?" Oh no, we've done that.
That one's alright. Here we go.
That's building regs. So
Yeah.
I've been informed.
Yeah.
One Pro 1234. Greetings, guys. Really enjoy your videos. What do you think about using the Boss IR200 with the Katana Mark II 100 2x12? Keep up the great work. Thanks. Oh, cheers, One Pro. Yeah, if you want to amplify it, the 100 2x12, so you can use the effects loop in it. So you bypass the thing about the Katana. See what you're basically doing there. You're using the Katana as a powered speaker. So you're not really using the Katana's. You're not using any of the brain of the Katana because you're going to be using the R200. I think it will work fine. I think you'll probably get better results if you buy something like an FRFR cab.
Yeah, a PA speaker basically.
Yeah, that's what I would do. But I've never tried it, but I think it would sound good. I think it would sound good the way that you want to do it. Jeff Rock, good things. Good to hear things moving for you now, James.
Yes, they are starting to head in the right direction.
David Bro says, "You think my lawyer will lose his license to practice? No license to drive. Yes, I live in Texas, and it's a minor offence, even for a lawyer." Wow. Minor offence. Wow.
Blimey.
Gosh. Outsource your labour to Harley Benton. Sorry.
That's probably right.
Jim Simmons says, "I have a Behringer V-Amp 2, and it still sounds good, even compared to some of today's modelers." Nice.
I did a whole album with a guitar player friend of mine on one of those because we just couldn't get in. He had a Marshall JMP 1 and the Valve State 2020 amp.
Yeah.
We just couldn't get it to sound good quiet in my bedroom.
Right.
How old school.
Yeah.
So we did it all on a Behringer V-Amp, and it was hilarious. It was terrible, but it was kind of passable.
Yeah, I think those V-Amps, they're all right. I just think the build quality, they weren't very good. They're plasticky, weren't
The
they?
pots were a bit wobbly, but then again, so were the pots on the J Station.
Yeah. The pod's really good because it's metal. It's really good. Renee says, "Have to run. Be well, everyone, and good night." And to you, mate. Jeff Rock says, "Wow, Jim, they were great and good value even back then."
Yeah.
There we go. Cliffy Barrow. "Oh, come on, Jim. You need to watch The Office." Yeah, you do need to watch The Office.
Cliffy, I'm not a Jim. I'm definitely a James. Jim,
right now I know that winds him up.
Oh my God.
Spencer Carter, £300 budget, cheap valve or good solid state modeler?
Good solid state modeler. A valve, unless it's secondhand, you cannot get a good valve for 300 quid. We proved that in that video.
I think you'd struggle. I'm sure there is something.
Secondhand.
I think you're going to get a lot out of £300. I'd go and buy a Boss Katana all day long.
Yeah, likewise.
Oh, no, hold on. We might need to move past this question.
No, carry on.
I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies. That's why I said we might need to move on. Other than the original three. Oh, I see. No, absolutely. And all I hear, I'm all the better for it. I like all the Star Wars.
I'm a super Star Wars nerd, so I'm sorry, David. At least you have seen the original 3, and for that you are to be commended. But I like them.
Yes. RJB, have you tried or reviewed any of the Fender Toastmaster series? No, not yet. I'd really like to. I've watched lots of reviews on them, and I wouldn't mind the deluxe.
They do look good, don't they?
Yeah. Mike's in the house. Evening all late again. Yeah, I'm going to see Ariel Posen. Nice. Sorry, James Jim.
Yes, damn right.
There we go. David Rose, I want a nice 2x12 amp cab, but don't want to spend over $500. Secondhand, you get any secondhand.
Yeah.
2x12, even like a matchless or a 2 rock. I reckon you get a 2 rock secondhand.
Really?
Yeah.
$400?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I reckon. What would I get if I had $500? Get yourself. I mean, Marshalls are quite expensive over there, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'd go and get a second-hand matchless 2x12 if you can find one.
I mean, put yourself in for a new spine and a hernia operation.
No, it's only the cab. The cabs aren't heavy.
Are they not?
Nah, I mean, they're no more heavy than a. That is not. I was quite surprised when I picked that cab up. I was quite surprised how light it is. The head's like,
yes,
a small moon.
That's no moon.
Yes.
Come on.
A what?
That's no moon.
Oh, very good. Very good. I've been watching the reruns of The Goodies. What a bunch of loons. Yeah, they are a bunch of loons. Really, really gumdrops. Spencer Carter, I just want to say, I really appreciate these vids, guys. Been a long time viewer and live tuning. Oh, cheers, Spencer. That's very nice of you. By the way, guys, give us a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. The thumbs up really helps. There we go. He has to get it in there, didn't he?
All right. Anyway, carry on. Yeah, like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that normal jazz.
All the usual stuff. Jeff Rock says, that's something I've noticed cabs really drop in price. Yeah, definitely. Secondhand cabs, no worries at all. Just look at the speakers, make sure they're still in one pieces. And
actually, I think it was Glenn Fricker, as we're clearly blowing smoke up his what right now. He did a video where he was comparing cabinets, and one of the Behringer cabinets came out very favourable with some decent speakers in. So see what you can pick up.
Yeah,
because don't just think it's all about the cabinet. It's not. It's about the speakers that are inside them.
Yeah, there's a company in the UK called Zilla Cabs. Make really good cabinets. Not for rent.
That one down in Brighton.
Yeah, them. Special cabs. Yeah, we'll yeah.
Yeah, we'll think of that. I'll
try. You keep saying that you're going to get Genta.
Don't get round to it. I'm busy.
Okay, Michael P. Get a Holly Benton cab with Celestion for cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I do think that the construction of the cab definitely makes a difference. But
Harley Bentone.
Glenn Martin, adjusted by 63 Strat truss rod. Only a slight turn. Now it feels loose to turn both ways. Is it broken? It's a good question.
As various people have said, I don't think it's actually that easy to break a truss rod.
I don't know a really old one like that. Let's have a look. I would say if you've released it to the point where it's now in its neutral position, no, it will feel loose. What I would try and do, I would put the Allen key in again, or the screwdriver if you've got a 63 Strat. Give it a twist. See if it tightens. If it tightens, it's definitely not broken. Yeah, don't worry if you've broken it. It's not great, but you can get it repaired.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you've got a 63 Strat. That's not a great thing to have repaired. But it is fixable.
Yeah.
Icky thump.
Thank you, Jeff.
Bareface, nice.
Bareface cabs.
That's the one. Got 1x12. That sounds huge. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Some crazy baffle design. Yes.
Yes. Very, very smart. I'd like to get one of those.
Cliffy says James didn't have you down as a Glenn Fricker fanboy.
I'm not. Far from it. But the guy does put some good content out. Very, very entertaining. I actually do find his viewers' comments videos hilarious.
I just wish he didn't. I just wish he'd grow up a little bit.
Well, the thing is, he has actually quite a lot from the shouty Glenn Fricker doesn't come out that much,
doesn't he? It's just like stop swearing because the kids think it's funny. It's just not. It's just like stop being a dick.
I'm not a fanboy. I'm a fanboy of very few, unless your name is Eric Johnson or Eric Clapton or Gary Moore. I'm a fanboy of those guys. But credit where it's due. People are going to put some great content out. There's so much good. There's so much rubbish online that the guys who are doing well deserve a bit of a shout. I will also mention that Gregoire has hit me up to some new podcasts.
Oh yeah.
One called The Truth About Vintage Amps.
I can't. I listened to it and can't listen to it for more than about 5 minutes
because it's dangerous for you because you fall asleep at the wheel.
Yes.
And the other one is called The Guitar Files.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Which I like. I like the sound of.
I think the vintage, the truth about vintage amps is really good, and it's really it's if you're really into like the nuts and bolts of amplifiers, it's fantastic. If you just want to play, probably not so much.
Yeah, I'm
very, very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Clive says, don't forget Lean Business and use their montage cabs. Really cheap and good quality. That's the cab that we used down at Clive's house. I was really impressed with that.
Awesome. Sounded great.
Yeah, did sound very good.
Wow. There's either something going wrong or something going right.
Are we done?
We're done. We're out of questions.
Well, let's call it an early night then. I would say.
I could definitely do with some sleep because yes, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, on that, thanks for joining us, everyone. Sorry, Mike, that you joined late on and it's time to go home, but we will be back next week with episode 99. Who knew you'd put up with us that long? So for now, my name's James Ivy.
Apple Drew.
And we will see you next week. Have a really good week. Stay safe and all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.